Welcome to Diversity Focus Today with your host, Ricky Solid Gold Clark.
And welcome to a brand new edition of Diversity Focus Today. I'm your co-host, Ricky Solid Gold Clark, along with Dr. T, who's with us too, and of course, our fabulous producer and engineer, Brian Wallace. So, welcome everybody. Is everybody
Welcome.
there?
Yeah.
Welcome. There's the doc right there. Doc is in Indianapolis or in Noblesville or Geist Reservoir. Where you at, Doc?
Actually, I am in Ettenberg, Indiana.
She's in Edinburgh, Indiana.
It's like, where's Waldo?
I
I was on
am
an Amtrak train, and then I was in my office. Now
now
I'm gonna
you
click
there.
my heels 3 times and end up somewhere.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Well, I'm here in the actual city I'm in is Villa Rica, which is like a suburb or a miniature city in Atlanta, Georgia.
Ooh.
Just like okay, Villa Rica is like being in Carmel or Noblesville. It's part of the Atlanta, Georgia, but it's got its own city and town and Marshall and all that other stuff and things. We're out here in the country, so to speak. So, and we were supposed to have my granddaughter, but Dr. T hit it right on the head. She was out helping her twin sister clean out her van. And then when I got ready to grab her, she said, "Poppy," that's what they call me. I look like a mess. I've been cleaning out a car. I can't go on nobody's TV. I said, "Well, this is podcast. I can't even do that."
Mhm.
I look terrible. Of course,
Mhm.
Doc hit it right on the head a while ago. She said, "She been cleaning out the car. She ain't gonna want to
You
go.
know, camera ready, right?
Ain't not camera ready." I missed that. So we were going to talk about her Grammy winning
Hmm.
school. She and before she graduated was in the marching band of Tennessee State University, and they're one of the first marching bands to win not one but two Grammys.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
yeah, this is 2026, so they won that in 2023 and 24 season. So we were going to talk about that since that's still historical, especially for an HBC school and just a band in general, a marching band to win the Grammys, two Grammy
Mm-hmm.
Awards, not one but two. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess if she gets straight and presentable, she'll come on out here. If not, then I guess we'll have to catch her next time around.
Yes, it's
But
fine.
anyhow, so there's been so many things going on in news and in the area. For example, we know about if you don't know about the pond that Trump tried to
The pool, the
yeah,
reflecting pool.
the pool that he spent $16 million to paint it and put a flag on there, and then supposedly it's supposed to have blue water where you can just look inside and see the flag and everything. And it's he hired his neighbor from Mar-a-Lago, and the doggone is the pool. They call it a pool or a pond. A
It's a
pool.
reflecting pool. It's not a swimming pool. It's just a reflecting pool that was consciously constructed to reflect with
Ah,
particular parameters of the type of cement, the type of darkness of lightness of color, you know. I think
well,
18 or 1922, something like that. Yeah. It's been
yeah.
there.
Well, the
Yeah.
reflection is green.
And
Algae.
unfortunately, ducks are dying now. They showed a picture of a baby duck in it.
Now, see, before he started messing with that, I didn't hear of any ducks or anything
No,
dying in the pond,
no.
in the pool. So
Yeah,
everything he touches turns to hell in a handbasket
yeah,
without the basket.
yeah.
So so that's
Unfortunate.
$16 million. It's going to cost us more since he said they're going to drain it and try it again. So 16 times another 16 probably. That's like what, $32 million just on this
Yeah.
pool. So um
Mhm.
and
And
then he
then they're
tried to say,
arresting people for vandalizing it, right?
and they arrested one
The
gentleman.
cyclists, yeah.
Yeah, he just touched the water. You can't. That's not going to stick. I mean,
No, it's not gonna stick.
he is just he is just full of it, full of it. So that's, I mean, if you haven't watched the news, you guys, please start paying attention to what's going on the news. I know some people say all the news is always just bad news all the time. Well, look, you need to know what's going on. You need to know how much money this president is spending of our money. He that ballroom they're trying to build. What is it? He said he'd be paying for it, or his supporters would be paying for it, and it was.
Hmm.
He said it cost one price. Now it's been like tripled.
300 million now. And I think the funds were deviated from a different account or issue to another. So he backdoored the money to work on his ballroom. Yeah. But it is
Yeah.
good news. President Obama's,
Yeah.
center was open, and they had the three presiding presidents there. It was
Yeah.
Bush and his wife, Clinton, Biden, and then Kamala was there, a lot of celebrities. I'm actually going to go visit it on the 22nd
Of July.
of August. August,
Of
but
August.
July was
Book.
taken, booked.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to go see that. And one thing during the speech when I was watching it on television, Michelle said, leave the phones at home. She kind of was telling you, just enjoy the exhibits, listen to
Mm-hmm.
our stories, we the people stories. And that's what he's celebrating. He's celebrating all the people who helped him, through his campaign, all the letters he received during his presidency to make a difference because he wanted to stay connected. And he would start off his days reading 10 letters and responding to them. He said he got thousands, but they would kind of filter to him and give him his stack of letters for the day since he was in residency. So he got on display some of his favorite letters and responses. So that seems cool to look at
Oh, that
to
would be
show how
nice.
he was how he
Wonder.
was motivated and how the people themselves motivate him and how he stayed grounded. So I was
Uh-huh.
like, wow, I'm excited to go see it.
I, I'm gonna have to do that too. I guess right now you can get tickets for November. I mean, they're
Hmm.
sold out until sometimes in November. So I'm gonna have to get tickets to go
Hmm.
and see. Um, and what is it? Is it 6 stories or 7 stories?
I don't know, really. I don't know
Yeah,
it was
I
that
just
big.
got.
I know it got a huge outdoor free part. It got trails, the garden, a playground, gathering centers, because he wanted something, good for the neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
To come and corrugate and talk and problem solve. And unfortunately, my dad, we're from Illinois and all, and it was a shooting just not too long ago on the South Side over there. 12 people were injured. And I hate to think that they trying to tarnish the good that's trying to come or have come into the neighborhood with his center. And I've heard, people concerned that they kind of regentrifying, you know, the neighborhood. So the prices are going to go up and outprice the neighborhoods that they lived in. So that was kind of the backlash. Yeah, that I'm hearing. Yeah. But of course, with everything good or people try to do good, people going to bring up, bad or somebody getting shorted out of it, unfortunately. But I think it's a good thing. It's a positive thing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. Look, any big city, any city period is going to have crime or shootings and
Yes.
stabbings. I mean, and
Yes.
Chicago being as large as they are, heck,
It's
in
gonna
Indianapolis, every
happen.
time I look up online to see what's going on up in Indy, I see shootings in downtown Indy and in the neighborhoods
Mhm.
and neighborhoods that I didn't think. And the same thing down here in Atlanta. I mean, you got shootings, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 shootings every day and
Yeah.
every night. So that is that's part of being a city, a big
Yeah.
city at that.
I even saw a blurb that Trump is threatening to send the National Guard out again
Oh, he always, yeah.
to
I don't,
Chicago. Didn't
I
he
don't
learn
know
his
what.
last lesson from that the first time he tried to do that?
Yeah, did he? And when he
Mhm.
did that to LA, and yeah, you know, he's just a piece of work.
Mm.
I don't think the Chicago folks would go along with that very well, and I know he's threatened it also to New York, and I know them folks in New York. They going for it,
But that
you know.
same day with the Knicks winning and then the opening of the Obama City, center. So two positive events that whole day, that Friday. So
Yeah, he didn't get his attention. He didn't get his
exactly.
dose of attention during that period of time.
And he was
You
trying
know,
to push for the ceasefire. He wanted that for his birthday. He wanted this big announcement, but I'm hearing that is falling through now. JD Vance, they didn't, acknowledge him when he came. They walked out during the meeting, so it's questioning whether anything got resolved or even discussed while JD Vance and the others are out there recently.
well,
Yeah,
as of this
Switzerland, I
morning,
believe they were at.
supposedly some of the things, but you're right, they did walk out. And here's the thing: you got JD Vance and your team over there trying to negotiate, but yet still online, you threatening him and
Threatening.
saying, I'm going to kill you. You're going to get killed. You may not even make it home. And if you don't
Yeah,
do this, you don't do that. I
yeah.
mean, that's counterproductive big
Yeah.
time.
And they only resorting it back to the deal that they had in the first place with Obama. That's how it's
Yeah.
kind of circling around, paying more, but the same kind of conditions. So why had even unfortunate children's lives lost, destructions, gas prices, just to get what we already had.
Yeah.
Right. So that's unfortunate. But he didn't get the attention. He was trying. He was really trying.
Well,
Yeah.
he just needs to go someplace and sit down, because he's losing the support from his own Republicans. He's
Hmm.
losing support from his mega squad, and he's
Hmm.
already lost support from any forms of the independents because
Hmm.
of what he's doing. And
53%. Yeah. He's negative 12. Even Fox reported that. And he's listed as the worst second term president in history in the top 50. So he hates that, unfortunately. But, you
yeah,
know,
well, he deserves he deserves it,
mhm.
because he's not doing anything for the American people at all, other than what he's doing, which is zero.
Mhm.
You
The
know,
plane, he got the plane for us.
that's for him. We all know he's going to keep that plane.
Yeah, yeah, was it from Qatar or who was
I
Saudi?
think it was caught that
Yeah,
either
the
Qatar or
Saudi.
Saudi Arabia, one of those.
Hmm.
You
They
know,
had to revamp it. So he unveiled that, all proud and happy for any of us going to ride it like a roller coaster? No.
well, let's see if he
Unfortunately.
lets the country have it. Let's see if that actually continues when it does become Air Force One. Let's see if it continues to be Air Force One even after he leaves.
Yeah.
I doubt it. He'll
He'll
probably
probably
take it with him.
display it in his library that he's already constructing as a hotel. Obama's presidential center is a library attached. His going to be an hotel, which is him, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, also now, leaving the White House. It's my understanding that the Republican Party in Indiana had their convention to vote on the folks that are going to be running for office in November. And the Secretary of State's office was the ones that I was, you know, interested in on the Republican side. We know on the Democratic side, uh, Bo Bai will be representing the Democrats for the Secretary of State position,
Hmm.
which is the highest position that's open statewide right now. Bo Bai, Evan Bai's son. But on the Republican side, rather than what's his name, the Hispanic brother um, that holds the position now, Diego, he came in third. So um, the guy that's one of the administrative assistant in Senator Banks's office is they voted him to run against um, Bo Bai. They
Mm.
didn't, and so I don't. To me, it looks like the party is going to be split on the Republican side for that position. in at least three different ways because former mayor, um, uh, I'm just drawing a blank while I'm down here. I can see his face. Who was our former mayor two terms ago? Uh, he was a major in the Marines. Man, it'll come to me in just a minute. Anyway, he ran as an independent and he's not getting out of the race. What is his name? Help me, Tammy. Come on,
I'm
dial.
trying. I'm in Fishers.
The mayor of
I don't-
Indianapolis, he served two terms. Um,
Mayor.
yeah, he was a Republican. Shucks, it'll come to me. But anyway, Banks is administrative assistant won the convention election, so he's going to be running against Diego for Secretary of State. Because Diego, I guess, is saying he's not going to step down. He's still going to run. And Ballard, Ballard is the one that's running as
Ballard,
an
Greg
independent.
Ballard.
Greg Ballard, yeah,
Yeah,
Greg Ballard. So, and right now you got Banks's guy
from
running. His name,
2008 to 2016, right? Yeah.
yeah. He's been certified to run for the Republicans in their position, but you got Greg Ballard that's also going to run as an independent. And Diego has said he's going to run too. I guess he'll be running as an independent. So that will split up, I see, the vote
For the
in three different
Republican.
directions. Yes. Yeah. Which is good.
Yeah, there'd be a good competition there.
Yeah, because Jim Banks sent his administrative assistant in there because Banks is and Banks is as a Trumper. He's so far up Trump's gluteus maximus muscle, you'd have to pull a record to pull him out from his backside. So that's the only reason why he threw him in the mix, because he's trying to gain power in the state of Indiana. He's a
Mhm.
Trumper, like I said, Banks is. But it's going to be interesting. So that's why I want folks to pay attention. You got to pay attention to see what's going on, so you'll
Mhm.
know what's going on.
Mhm.
So we've got an opportunity on the Democratic side to really our best chance in quite some time to have and win a statewide
Yeah.
office with the Secretary of State with Bo
Mm.
by hopefully winning in November. And
Keep
so
that in
that would
mind.
be good. Yeah, and that would be encouraging um, to those folks that may want to follow in Bo's footsteps and win, you know, um, because there's an opportunity. And Doc,
Mm.
you ought to run. You ought to run for something.
No,
Dr. T for governor.
I'm behind the scenes.
You like be behind. Okay.
I'm the behind the scenes type of person. I inspire people to do great things. That's the best way to do it. Say it.
Okay.
I
Okay.
inspire the people to do great
That sounds like a good thing then. Okay.
things. I'm the
Everybody,
teacher, I'm the counselor, mentor, mentee. Yeah. That's
okay.
that's the people that makes great people, right?
That's true. You have to have those folks with you, in front of you, and behind you to
Hmm.
make it happen. You got to have a good team. That's like what
Hmm.
we have on Diversity Folks today. We got the
Yeah.
best team in the world. So
I'm kind of salty at our audience though a little bit. I gotta say, I'm waiting for comments. I want somebody to zoom in.
okay.
Nobody zooming in.
Well, let's remind them how to do that. You have
Just
to
go
tell them.
on to you gave your number prior, so you can say your number again.
Yeah, 317-490-4950.
And then you
You
can
can
go to
do
our
that.
Facebook page at Ricky Diversity
Yeah,
Focus Today. And then you can
Ricky
go to
Clark.
the YouTube, which you're watching on now, in the comments
Right.
as they point down, and
Yeah.
give an opinion. And it can be about, like I say, diversity, just like Obama said with his team. They put a lot of different people voices together to become, a representation of democracy. And we just want to be able to hear every voice and talk about different issues and different things, right?
Yeah. Well, and they should get in now because we've got a promotion company that I've hired that will start work on our on behalf of our program starting in August,
Oh,
you
okay.
know, web design. And so their job is to promote us on all the other social media platforms. So they start in August,
Okay.
and there's another one. Oh, I'm going to check in Netflix, and I didn't know that was an opportunity, but I was told uh, earlier today to take a look at Netflix because what's the jock out of New York that's very popular? Um, I want to say so and so, the God. Uh,
I
he
have
was
no.
on he was on The View today. Him and his co-partner. Anyway,
Mm,
they're going to start. He has a radio program, and he's going to also start on Netflix, which I didn't know that I didn't know they had a radio version, but maybe he's going to do TV like we're doing
mm,
here too.
mm,
Um, is it Shamar the God? Yeah, he's the morning jock, part of the Breakfast Club
mm.
in New York City. So you can tell I'm getting old since I had a birthday here last
Happy
week. So,
birthday. Happy birthday.
well, thank you, thank you,
Are you
thank you.
aging backwards? What's your age now?
I'm aging backwards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aging backwards. Let's put it this way: I am damn near a quarter of a century. Is that it?
Mm.
Three quarters of a century almost.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
I'm one number behind.
Not quite 100, huh?
Yeah. Folks said, well, he's that old. 74 years of age.
Oh, that's still young.
I am still young
You
and
still young. You still
yeah,
young.
yes,
Yes.
yeah,
I age
absolutely.
backwards. People say, "How you age backwards?" I say, "Because I say I age backwards."
Well, you know
That's how
what?
you age backwards. It's all what you tell your mind.
Yeah, okay.
Now,
But
the
I tell you,
organisms in the body could age and eventually deplete, but your brain could reinvent itself and be told to do a lot of different things to feel young and to be young. So as long
oh,
as you're challenging your brain, the neoplasticity of your brain will redevelop, reform, and you'll be just as young as you were, when you're a baby.
that's why she got that DR in front of her name, so she could
I say this, I
explain
say it,
everything.
say it. People ask me, why do you like to learn so much? I say, I don't like to learn so much. I just find interest in things and I follow the story. That's all.
Yeah, well,
Curiosity.
that's why she got the big DR in front of her
Mhm.
name. That's why doctor, that she
Did
followed.
you talked about New York a couple of times in the Knicks. Did you hear about that dog, Jameson, that got killed yesterday?
A dog, an animal?
Yeah, in Los Angeles, and a woman who was from New York was watching the game, or just been told that the Knicks had won, and she had this big poodle dog that had named Jameson, who had and I'll tell Brian to show his picture, but had the little Knicks jersey on because they had never won and they always been a Knicks fan. And she had just walked them, came home, was on the phone with her son or mother saying that they won. So she was screaming, "Yay!"
Oh
And
yeah, I
then
heard
the
that. The neighbors
neighbor
called the police on
called saying that there was disturbance to do a wellness check.
it.
The
Yeah.
police came. She said everything's fine. The dog was like all hyper. I'm guessing because the hyperness of the wind. And they told him to put the dog away. I think at one point, me watching the video, she put him away, put him in the house. I don't know if she supposed to lock him up or whatever, but she did put him back in. And then she came back, and then he ran back out,
Ran out.
and the policeman shoot him. And I was like,
Had to
I'm
shoot
a
it.
pet
Well,
lover. I love my animals, and
yeah.
she was just so distraught. I felt her pain when I lost I felt you can't, pets are like family members, no matter what.
Well, and
They,
see, I've been on the opposite side of that, being a retired police officer, and folks with their dogs. What she should have done? She should have locked, taken the dog, put in another room, and then close that door, then we'll go back to the door and talk to the officer. Because that's happened if you just put the dog back in and he or she can still get to him.
Get
Because
out.
even though that it might be the gentlest dog in the world, but they don't know the officer. They don't know this is a different person.
Right.
And they may not, they'll just start raising all kind of cane.
Right.
We've got two dogs my daughter has here, a big dog and a small dog, and they're the nicest dogs in the world. But if they don't know you, and especially small dogs, I don't know how this is a small dog because they
Yeah,
seem to
they'll
make
bark at anybody.
they'll bark and make more noise than the big
Yeah.
dog. Yeah.
But it
So
still, would that have to be the first reaction though? Could it have been like a less lethal? Shot him 4 times.
yeah, well, they might have still kept coming. I mean, folks say, why don't you use a mace? Well, like mace takes a while. And if it, you don't, you can tell on a human being if you spray them with mace or whatever, because unless they're acting crazy, they'll start to slow down. But there's no way really to tell on an animal, and you don't know if and when if that animal is ferocious. So I had to sympathize with both the owner of the dog and the officer. Shooting 4 times is a little bit much, especially if in
Yeah.
fact it was a small dog. So I don't know. I just, I don't know. That's just bad on both sides of the fence on that one.
Yeah. It's well, your heart gonna go for the animal. Yes, she tried to put him away and different things, but it's just a sad situation. It brings awareness to this conversation, though. What is the protocol for? I guess common sense is yes, put the dog away, lock him up, you're okay, move on. And then some people were trying to blame the neighbor, but at the same time, the neighbor felt something was off. You would hope that a neighbor would hear screaming and
Yeah,
call for your behalf. So you don't want to be mad at the, concerned neighbor. They didn't predict that a dog was going to get killed. He just know that somebody was screaming for a long period of time and just asked for a wellness check. So
yeah,
I wouldn't put as much blame as just circumstantial that it happened in that manner, but I wouldn't put blame on the person who called 911 because I would hope if that was my daughter or something and heard screaming and nobody called after
yeah,
20 minutes, then you'll be mad that why ain't nobody called. So
yeah. So yeah, you're right. You're right.
just
Because you
human
want the neighbor to
condition
call.
though.
As
Huh?
I said, you want a neighbor to call, especially if they've been sound like somebody needs help. You know.
Yeah.
So it's a no-win situation on all three sides.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did hear bits and pieces of that this morning, I think, on the
Yeah.
national
She
news.
she
So
she earned they had a GoFundMe. I think it was almost like at 170,000 the last I heard. And she said she was gonna pay for the dog's cremation and vet bills, legal concern, and then start a foundation for dogs or
okay.
something like that. So yeah.
Yeah. And speaking about the GoFundMe, our GoFundMe, just like our audience, has not
Oh,
participated hardly at all.
okay.
So maybe we need to touch base on that. I'm a little bit, yeah, I'm like you. I'm disappointed that our audience is not participating and not trying to help us, get the word out and stay on the air and, speak truth to power and power to truth. And,
Hmm.
you know,
I think you need to go dance. Think you need to do a skit or a dance, show your talent. Give them a little bit more entertainment.
well, you know what? I thought about that with some the videos and, upgrade that. So I'm gonna have to talk to B about that. Add some videos or some other forms that we could do to make it a lot more interesting. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, that's a good idea. So let's uh let's talk about that. Let's see what if we can't get that done.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it's nobody. We've had interest, we had feedback, we had, some followers. So I don't want to dismiss the people who are, just enjoying it on the sidelines. And
Oh yeah.
maybe I'm just hoping that we're representing a lot of different folks and their opinions, and I enjoy feedback just like I tell my students or anybody. I was like, give me feedback, you know.
And we've launched some folks' new programs. I don't know whether you have heard, Gino Shelton, who was one of our guests when we were on the local TV station, WISH TV Channel 8. Now they have him doing an entertainment piece.
Mm,
And I remember we had him on. He said, "Man, this is good. How do you go about doing this?" And so I gave him the information, and I just saw online that he is now going to be their entertainment reporter or
yeah, because
entertainment
I saw
person.
them going to different venues or events throughout the city, right?
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
doing
I
that for a
saw
while.
that.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all right, G Money, you got to return the favor since we gave you the lift and the
Oh,
411 on how to go about getting it done.
yeah.
So,
Oh,
so yeah,
that's
that would be good. That would be good. I think, and see, we're getting close to our time. So it
mm-hmm.
looks like I think we may have an additional, I'm going to say 5 minutes
Mm-hmm.
uh, to go on this. So what else did I miss anything? We talked a little bit about.
In the now, um, yeah, I think that's in the now and the last few times that I've, checked my feeds. And like I say, AI is still being AI. They trying to build now data centers or something on oceans to use the water or something. I saw a blurb of that. I'm like, what? They're gonna put the reserve or something, some kind of capsule to filter water for data centers on the ocean. It was somebody's ideal. I don't think it's in place now, but it's just, again, they're really feeding into this AI, technology at all time, all levels, and you have to educate yourself for the good on
Mhm.
AI and what it's
Well,
capable of.
I also saw here recently that General Motors is going to add 50 robots, I think it is, that's taking the place of at least 100 or
Workers.
150 workers that
Mm.
they will be on the line at one of the GM plants. And,
Mm.
we all know that a lot of folks were concerned about that and them taking jobs.
Mm.
And here we go with General Motors saying, okay, we're going to bring in about 50 robots, and that's going to take the place of about
Mm.
150, 200 individuals' jobs on
Mm.
the line.
Well,
So,
that's what I say. Got to get on the other side of the fence. The robot can do the job, but the robots still depend on human manipulation and, you know, movement. You can't, the robots can't do it by themselves. So people got to start learning and and getting on that side of AI to be able to control and manipulate the robots that's taking away their jobs.
yeah,
That's what's going to have to happen. You have to reinvent and relearn your skill set and design. If you have you noticed, you can't even be like watching this program on a show for 2 minutes and there's constant ads, advertising, 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 advertising. I'm like, why is it so much ads popping up on Facebook, YouTube, commercials, apps? It's constant. So going into AI and graphic design, that's an industry right there. You definitely can make money in
hmm,
if you learn that
that's a
side
thought.
of it. Huh?
Yeah, I said that's a thought. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
That and you like you said, programming. Somebody's got to
Mm-hmm.
program these robots and all these
Mm-hmm.
ads that are coming up. Somebody's got to set them up, place them. Somebody's got to
Yeah.
produce them for that
Yeah.
matter.
Because there's some people that say, I just don't want to do it. You got to be able to solve a problem and have knowledge in something that somebody else don't have. That's where, you know, you can grow and make money or live out your purpose per
Yeah.
se. Hmm.
Well, folks, we're doing our very best to give you the different ideas so you could go follow through and follow up
Right.
and tell somebody about the program. Hey, check out Diversity Focus today. They come up with all kind of good
Yeah.
stuff, good ideas and
Different
good
ways.
opportunities. Yeah.
Hmm.
And don't just sit there like a bump on a log, as my grandfather used to say, you know, do something,
Right.
you
Right.
know. So Doc, what else you got going on?
Yeah.
Teaching and all that stuff,
Well, consulting, yeah.
consulting.
Just pretty much do consulting. Yeah.
Okay. So you're consulting down in
On my
in
lunch
Southern
break.
Indiana,
Yeah.
and I'm up here and down here in the ATL. Uh,
Hmm.
so we're just everywhere. So please, 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 can you tell them the information again?
Diversity Focus Today on Facebook, Diversity Focus Today with Ricky Clark on YouTube. And then your phone number for comments.
Yeah, 317-490-4950. And of course, you know, Diversity Focus Today.
Yay.
So go to it on Facebook and go to it on YouTube channel
Hmm.
and tell somebody about it,
Yeah.
please.
Share,
And
share, like.
share, yeah. Don't
Yeah.
just wait till they start our promotion in August. Go to it
Mhm.
now. Jump on it beforehand while you can get
Yeah.
into the show. Because
Yeah.
once all that starts, I'm hoping, boy, it's gonna be jam packed. Man, I'm trying to get in on your show. I'm trying to get in on the show. What we told you back in June and July. Come on, jump on now
There you
before.
go. You gotta wait your turn, right?
Yeah, you will have to wait your turn.
Hmm.
If everything is correct and true, based on what the promotion company has said, as they claim that they can blow it up for us. So we'll see
We'll
how
see.
that works.
We build it, they will come. So we're
If we
okay. I
okay,
like the platform anyway. I know, like I said, it takes one to teach, it takes two to present. So we're presenting, people will come when they ready.
okay. All right, Doc. Is there? Now I know if you want to get a new website, you get a hold of B Dub Brian Wallace. It's what's that? BDub.com. I hope
Yeah.
I got it. Okay, get a hold of him for your website.
And then
Any?
I have virtual art therapy consulting group on
Yeah.
the web, virtual art therapy consulting group.com. You can find me there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. There you go, folks. So we're gonna go ahead and do the famous sign off. Remember, it takes both black and white keys of a piano to play the Star Spangled Banner. And with that thought in mind, yours truly, Ricky Solid Gold Clark, along with Dr. T, Tammy
Bye-bye.
Harris, and Brian Wallace now bid you and yours a farewell.
Farewell. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Diversity Focus Today with your host, Ricky Solid Gold Clark. Like, share, and subscribe to us on YouTube and Facebook at Diversity Focus Today.